Usually, the less something costs, the more we wonder if it actually does its job. That's why we decided to check it out and headed over to Radio and Television Euro Household Appliances. We took a look at gadgets under $200 and we're checking how much they can really offer in everyday use. We're doing this test for you so you'll know what's worth every penny and what you should just leave on the shelf. For those who don't follow our content, watch until the end because we've prepared tests you won't find on any other channel on Polish YouTube. We've tested this equipment in a way no one else dared to show, so let's get started.
You're looking at this skull and probably thinking, wow, what a marvel of modern aerodynamics. I've been shaving myself since the days when you had to apply for a landline phone and wait about 15 years. That's why I dare say, or at least I think so, that I know everything about trimmers. My adventure began with searching on the Radio and Television Euro Household Appliances website. In front of you is one of those chosen ones who passed the bald guy's selection process. More precisely, the test of wallet capacity. Raven EST005. The first thing you feel when you pick it up is the coolness of matte aluminum. This isn't a plastic shell that creaks under your thumb. It's a solid metal construction that suggests there's some serious power inside. Forget about broken plastic clips that snap after a month. You click it in and it fits like a dream. It has 4 length settings and a stainless steel blade that's made to cut, not pull your hair. The ingress protection marking with X indicating untested for dust. 6 waterproof rating lets you use it wet and rinse it under running water without worrying about a short circuit. The 1400 mAh battery gives you 150 minutes of continuous use. At my pace, that means I'll get tired before the battery does. A real workhorse for everyday use. It's simply a solid craftsman, doing exactly what it was made to do. And even though they appeared, the tests are over, no more shaving in front of the mirror. I grab the shaver and throw it into the battlefield, a place even the manufacturer didn't expect. I'll need, just like when giving aids so the llama doesn't spit on me, Arthur, hold the guy. Oh dear, please don't move. The llama has long, curly synthetic fiber. This is a material that kills weak engines in 10 seconds by completely clogging them. We're checking if these steel blades can maintain their speed under such a load. Is this a drastic transformation? I said yes, RC. I'm leaving her tail.
But the clips, in my opinion. That's how I saw the llama recently, not in that form, but with such a silly one.
That's how you shave a llama. No, if I wrote a Facebook post saying, the trimmer I used to shave the llama, I wouldn't be lying at all.
I'm surprised. I never thought it would be this cool.
I'll trim a bit, not the llama anymore.
But, you know, you're starting to make him look like you.
You know what? I think I won't shave Bobber. That's too weak a task for this machine.
You say you're taking another thing?
Something specific. I'm lying on the rug almost in front of the fireplace. And a big test. If it works here, it'll work on any beard, chest, or other part of the body. We're going into the Bianski rug. This isn't hair, it's a synthetic jungle. We're cutting geometric patterns to see when the motor gives up and how the blades handle contact with the textile surface.
Marcin, there's a reason they include a brush like this in the set. You have to brush off the clippings you just trimmed here.
I was cutting this for over an hour, which is a good indicator of the battery capacity. Although by the end of the job, it wasn't cutting as well as it did at the beginning, which is probably obvious. Synthetic hair, thick as hell. Anyway, you can see what's going on here. If you had to shave that much beard or from below the belly button, I don't know.
It would be like shearing not just one sheep here.
Show me how big my beard would have to be. Artsy, it's the worst when someone wears black clothes and everything sticks to them.
Ah, wait, a battle of hair clippings.
Let's sum up this action. Raven went into places that even the bravest engineers didn't anticipate. If this metal contender can shave a beaver and didn't break a sweat cutting a maze into a carpet, then your morning bathroom routine will be a walk in the park for him. In my opinion, the test was passed with distinction and a stamp from the bald guy. If you want to check the full specs of this trimmer, you'll find all the details in the link in the description. Let's move on with the coffee.
It's simple. Every bean is like a natural package that keeps the flavor inside. When you grind them, it's like opening a bag of chips and leaving it out for a week. Everything starts to go stale. That's why it's best to grind the beans right before brewing. Not to show off, but so you know what you paid all that money for. At Radio and Television Euro Household Appliances, I found a Beko grinder, a simple compact model with a modern design, and even though it might not be a party monster for crushing, believe me, it has a different purpose. The heart of it is a 4-blade stainless steel system. This is important because more blades mean faster cuts and shorter operation means less risk of overheating the beans. 180 watts of power is more than enough to turn hard beans into the perfect grounds for a mocha pot or classic brewing in a mug in just a few seconds. Safety is essential, especially when you have small children or curious friends at home. The double lock ensures that the motor won't start until everything is tightly closed, and that's important because you need your fingers when drinking coffee from a mug. A capacity for 55 grams of beans is enough to brew a small black coffee, even for 8 people. But for me, I'll tell you, another key issue is work hygiene. No more gymnastics and cleaning the inside with a toothbrush. Here the milling chamber is removable, you just need to rinse it under running water and the equipment is ready for completely new challenges. And since it's so easy to clean, why limit yourself to just coffee? Damn, look at this, look! We're opening an extreme flavors laboratory. I decided to check if this grinder can handle something totally wild, but not in this form. Here we have dried, pickled pineapple cucumbers and those powdery candies every millennial remembers from the school store. We're going to turn them into edible dust. And we'll see where the limits of flavor really are. Sour cucumber dust on sweet ice cream, or maybe pineapple mixed into the breading for a pork chop, or the answer to whether powdery candies can spice up plain natural yogurt. I'm not going to assure you that this is delicious. I'll let my testers decide that. Welcome to Primos's Molecular Kitchen. Watch out, things are about to happen here. Let's get started. Look how beautiful it is.
Why does it taste sweet and like a cookie? But interesting, what is it? Have you ever eaten pineapple in a cutlet?
Like when you served pineapple on a cutlet.
Well, I like it.
So you have pineapple on top, but in the form of breading, not that canned pineapple you usually serve.
Sour and sweet.
And very different. Let's move on to this trick. Listen, regular plain yogurt, but it looks slightly pistachio.
And it smells like mouthwash, but it's very interesting. Mint is a life discovery.
Well, I would try winter. It's kind of like brushing your teeth and eating something at the same time.
All at once.
All right, and for dessert, make some room, take it easy.
Or maybe a sour nut.
That's a very fridge-like taste.
I can't tell what it is, but it's delicious vanilla in the ice cream.
That's a dried pickled cucumber. Well,
it gave off a vibe. You know, it gave off a vibe. Like it would just be somewhere on the fridges. But for sure, there are people who could eat it. Of course, these could be in stores or for me in restaurants. Hidden pineapple sheep is awesome. I want it. And this, what is it? It's a cucumber.
Yes.
Oh, wow, God, that's how you eat a cucumber.
That's fucking awesome.
There is no other spice as aromatic as this.
I've eaten it. It might seem like a coffee grinder is just a small kitchen accessory, but freshly grinding really brings out the best in coffee. Once you try it, you'll see for yourself that those pre-packaged store-bought ones just aren't in the same league.
You hate it? Setting up the ironing board for just one shirt in the morning before work? Me too. That's why today we're going to test out this little guy to see if it can replace a classic iron. This is the Raven Environmental Protection Agency 002B, a small and solid looking handheld steamer. On paper, the specs look solid. 1,600 watts of power is quite a lot. There are 2 operating modes, Eco and Max. 2 LED indicators let us know which mode is currently on. The device gives us up to 25 grams of steam per minute, and importantly, it heats up really fast in about 25 seconds. Before you even manage to take your shirt off the hanger, Raven will be ready for action. There's a small water tank in the base, which is easy and convenient to remove. The set also includes a container to make it easier to refill the aforementioned liquid. And finally, let's not forget about the cable, which is 1.9 meters long. Okay, we already know its most important features, but how does the steamer work in practice? First up, let's try it here. I'm pleasantly surprised. 25 grams of steam per minute gets the job done. And what about a wrinkled shirt? Well, here too, I have nothing to complain about. In the steamer set, we also get 2 specific accessories that significantly expand its capabilities. The first is a brush attachment. This is the tip with distinct bristles, and it's essential for materials that, so to speak, don't want to absorb steam. It's mainly used for coats, jackets, and even upholstered furniture. Another use is collecting small lint, pet hair, or fuzz while ironing. On the other hand, the second attachment is dedicated to delicate fabrics. It's a tip with a soft finish and a fine mesh. You could say it's like a protective shield for clothes. It disperses the steam more evenly and prevents wet spots from forming. To sum up, the water tank has a capacity of 130 milliliters. And I'll say this, it's enough for 2 or 3 shirts without any problem. But if you have a bigger batch of clothes, you'll need to go to the sink a bit more often. The weight is worth noting. Your hand doesn't get tired while using it. The device is compact and perfect for packing this clever iron into your suitcase and taking it on vacation. And let's ask ourselves now, who is the Ravel Environmental Protection Agency 002B4? I think it will be perfect for students, for people who travel often, and for those who work at the last minute. It won't replace a steam station for big family laundry, but as everyday support, it's a great choice. For this price, it's a real hit. In the meantime, I invite you to the workshop where I'll build something using these 3 clever devices. Listen, take a look. The equipment seems to look pretty solid. Honestly, there's nothing to complain about. Here we have a thermometer and we pull the head out through here. Well, I hope everything will work. Let's install the furnaces. Turbo, turbo, turbo. All right, folks, let's get started with the sauna. I'm calling my buddies, telling them to put on their shorts, flip-flops, and come over here. But the temperature is done. I feel like I'm at a boarding school. All right, it's 21. Listen, it cools down quickly because it's cold. 5 degrees outside, legs were freezing. One guy was naked, another in winter gloves. Hey, now it's comfortable here. 28, 28, but look how it's going. It's only been a minute, but it's cool. You see how it expands, it jumped up. This isn't some kind of singing, whoa-ho-ho-ho, ah. In the next episode, we're buying a professional one, and it might turn out that yours is even better. Oh, there will be a test. It's nice, it's humid, it's warm, it's pleasant. If I could just drink with my hands, it would be wonderful. The most important thing is that this is a balcony construction and anyone can have it at home, in an apartment, or on a plot. I think I didn't turn on the third one. You know, now maybe the third. You must be joking. Oh, but it's going over 30 degrees. It worked with 2 steamers. And now when the third one kicks in, we'll see in a moment. Be careful. So what, the project is probably successful for you. If the engineer doesn't go in there, the replacement doesn't count. Shishu, it's cold. Oh, damn, you didn't say it was this cool. It's cool because this steamer really gives off a lot of steam, but it's not as strong. You know, when you use a steamer to clean grout or something, I'm afraid it would burn, but this one gives off a nice warmth. 400.
Do it nicely like on the Titanic, that hand. Here.
Just like in a horror movie in art class, it's me, Arthur, I've always been a pig. So, did you iron it for a reason, or is it just like that?
I ironed it and it turned out great.
Relax while ironing. Enjoy comfort and productivity together.
It's proven to work. It's really enjoyable. You can still modify the construction, but for now it's great fun. Well, you definitely can't see anything here, and it's awesome. Look, you just come out here, Norco. I'll stay here for a moment, and you go out to work.
Now I invite you to throw the flip-flop at the dot. Throw it. Let's drop the apple on the head at the dot.
Listen, just a few improvements. Seal the door better because a bit is escaping from the bottom. The top is more or less okay, just a towel is enough, and believe me, the temperature will go up by a good few degrees. Such an inconspicuous device, and look how much steam it produces.
Cleanliness is a relative concept, and you can see it best when you look at a perfectly cleaned window. I was looking for equipment that would turn hours of battling with a cloth in my hand into a quick surgical operation, and I found a classic that promises to end streaks once and for all. So what do we have here? In the starter kit, besides the cleaner itself, Karcher gives us a dedicated charger, a spray bottle with a microfiber pad, and a starter window cleaning concentrate. Do you have everything you need to get started right after unpacking? This isn't just an ordinary squeegee, it's a dirty water suction system enclosed in a housing that weighs only 600 grams. The nozzle width is 250 millimeters, which lets you cover a significant area in one motion. And what's under the hood? A lithium-ion battery that allows for 25 minutes of continuous operation. According to the manufacturer, that's enough to clean about 70 square meters of surface, which is roughly 23 standard windows. You monitor everything through the integrated LED indicator. The system is simple. You spray the window with the included sprayer, wipe it with the pad, and then use the Karcher, which sucks the dirty water straight into a 100 milliliter tank, no streaks. It works 3 times faster than traditional methods. But I'll tell you, cleaning home mirrors and living room windows is boring for us. Since this equipment is supposed to be so effective, we'll test it in conditions of extreme urban grime. We're leaving our comfort zone and heading to a bus stop, which as you can see is in critical condition. We'll see if a home pressure washer for less than $200 can handle the layer of dirt that no one has dared to touch for years.
He came twice. This bus stop can't end here. Turn around, let's get to work.
You argued twice when I passed by and turned around.
Come on, come on.
Schlesinger? Listen, remember, always be careful with shouting.
Even the wheel got caught on it.
Shall I?
Ah, my ass.
Cleaning crew Kwiatek and Bratek. There's a solid ice-covered surface here.
Listen, just like in life, you can't always predict everything, but we'll definitely manage. Martian is already handling it. Once Martian is done, I'll take my turn. I'm giving you a chance to shine. That's right. Guys, yes, I can vacuum. If it needs to be really clean, they're great at it. Here, you're not doing so well. Honestly, it's not picking up anything here, damn. Not that kind of vacuum. No, that's good, but it's clean. But it's like a rocket, like a brand new window. Hey, it's working. The league is going great.
But those winter championships, the Olympics, or whatever it was, really did a nice job. Karlik, they have Karlik, we have the clinic.
Oh, you sped up. Hey, now it's funny. Hey, now that's an effect, but I'll tell you.
It's like a factory, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that our rather quirky postures didn't cover up the effect that should be visible between the right and left side. But if you see the cutaways recorded by Goli and the handsome Roman, it will be clear to the naked eye that the equipment works. And we apologize to all the men. If you're watching this with your wives, there are no more excuses. So, gentlemen, how about a coffee in the office?
Just wait, because I only have a pleasure break in 7 minutes.
I must tell you the truth about our activity over the past 20 years. And it doesn't matter if it's in the workshop, the hangar, or on the construction site, we're always missing something else, let me show you. Practically, we're always missing good coffee, and caffeine is fuel for the brain. And for sure, nobody likes to fuel up with just anything. We're looking for equipment that's fast, convenient, and doesn't take up half the counter. Here is DeLonghi Nespresso Virtuo Pop. It's only 13 centimeters wide. This is pure minimalism, no extras. With 1,260 watts of power, its compact form means this machine will fit anywhere, where every centimeter of space counts. In the box, you get 12 starter capsules right out of the package. It's your ticket to a world of different flavors and aromas, from short, strong shots to large aromatic coffees. Everyone will find something for themselves here. Each capsule has its own unique barcode. This is where the magic happens. Centrifusion Express scans this code and automatically sets the parameters: temperature, amount of water, and brewing time. You don't have to click or set anything. The system knows by itself whether it's brewing a mild breakfast coffee or a strong espresso. During brewing, the capsule spins at a speed of 4,000 revolutions per minute. This centrifugal force allows the beans to release maximum aroma and creates a perfect thick crema. The water tank holds 600 milliliters, which, given these dimensions, is the perfect compromise between size and efficiency. But why am I standing in a cold garage, and why am I telling you all this? It would be way too simple and boring to just put the coffee machine on the kitchen counter. Anyway, I won't spoil it for you. I'll hand it over to Arcio Kej.
We already know a lot about the equipment, so I'll get to work. I'll build a dedicated case that will let us enjoy coffee in truly field conditions. Let's go. So we'll start with the most important thing, which is planning. Now it's going to be smooth sailing. We start with measuring, then we move on to cutting so that these pieces of plywood fit perfectly and match what I sketched out in the drawing. And for dessert, painting, I'm going with black here because it always looks premium and does the job.
Oh, delicious with foam but without milk. Arturo is allergic to lactose, so he takes his black and he needs a lot of energy. Cuba, come on in. Freshly brewed, that's what I'll call it.
Foam.
Normally that kind of foam is from milk, but this is coffee foam, so drink this coffee because you have a lot of work to do.
So listen, it's time to put all these elements together. You saw how I was cutting and painting, and now the whole structure for this coffee maker has to come together. As you can see, the express chest is ready, and honestly, it looks really elegant. So it's time for the mobility test, which even DeLonghi itself didn't anticipate. Premium class coffee where others can only dream of it.
Every espresso.
The smell of coffee at work.
I like that because I drink from the coffee spot. And also small glasses that don't burn your hands, although they should warm up now.
It passed the test, it did. I think in practice it always works out well.
It's a beautiful thing.
And the result? Perfect espresso served from a mobile box right in the middle of the action. If Virtual Pop survived this survival and got the parameters right every time, then it will handle your morning at home, in the garage, or on a construction site with ease. If you want to dive deeper into the specifications, check out the latest deals, or see other users' reviews of these gadgets, head straight to the Radio and Television Euro Household Appliances website. And I'll see you in the next tests.